Hello, everyone. Welcome to Honest Hour. This is season 3, and tonight we have a very special guest. This woman here is a podcast creator, a host. She is very hooked into the hip hop community. Originally born and raised in the Bronx, host of Something for the Culture, which is about to start season. Is it 8 or 9? That's about to start.
9.
Season
Season
9
9.
that's about to start. My host or my guest today rather is Jazzy J. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I can't complain. Does the body no good? We're just here trying to make it happen. You know.
Right.
I appreciate you taking the time in your busy schedule to have a conversation with me. So let's get
Sure,
to it.
sure.
So as I said, you or actually correction, let me stop. Most important question I'm gonna ask you is the first question. And on a scale from 1 to 10, how's your mental
Mhm.
health today?
Oh, it's outstanding. I'm in good spirits. I
Okay.
make that I try to make that a number one priority. Especially doing what we do, the industry that we work in. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So growing up, you were born in the Bronx. Obviously now you live in North Carolina, right?
mhm, that's
What
correct.
what was your experience like growing up in the Bronx?
Ooh, for the most part, I had a great um, I was my mom was I had two parents in the home up until the age of maybe 3 or 4.
Hmm.
Um, and sadly my father was a victim of a drug addiction.
Mm.
So my mom raised me with the help of my grandparents and my aunts and uncles, and they really had their hands in it. It was a community village type of situation. So
Mm.
um, I had a very, very good values growing up. Like any normal teenager living in the Bronx around the '90s era. Um, you know, ran with the wrong crowd. Doing
Mm.
normal teenage stuff, acting up, acting out, stuff of that nature. But for the most part, my mom had me tuned in to a lot of good things. I danced for a good part of my adolescent into teenage years. Professionally, I was dancing for Bronx. Well, I don't think it exists anymore, but Bronx Dance Theater. And
Okay.
I did jazz, ballet, tap, and hip hop dance, where we
Mm.
did performances. I've performed at Carnegie Hall, Radio City Music Hall. I've performed quite a bit.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's what's up. So what were other than that? What were some of your other hobbies, or was that really what you did in your as your during your childhood?
Well, after a while, I kind of got steered out of that. Like I said, I started running. As you're growing up, you're running with that crowd from junior high to high school. Um,
Hmm.
I was hanging outside. Getting in trouble, stuff of that nature. You know, things I
Just
had no business doing.
just
Period.
being a typical adolescent.
Yes, yes. Give my mother a damn problem. That's what
Just
I was
like
doing.
problem child.
Pretty much. But for the most part, like nothing, too crazy. Like I wasn't,
Yeah,
out of
you weren't.
control.
You were doing some stuff you weren't supposed to be doing, but you weren't getting
Right.
locked up. You weren't going to jail and things of that nature. Well, wait a minute. I
I've,
mean,
I've gotten arrested.
okay.
I've gotten arrested, but I think my major incident is probably right around age 16, 17. Um, I got arrested with my oldest child's father, and I'm not going to say any names, but
Mm-hmm.
it was some serious charges. But you know, my mom wound up taking me out of that environment. We moved upstate to Poughkeepsie area, Wappinger Falls area, and things kind of turned around. So
And moving there, because I live in Middletown. I'm from Newburgh. So Wappingers isn't that far from Newburgh. Neither is Poughkeepsie, like 20,
right,
25
right.
minutes.
Wappingers
But
is really it's like 5 minutes because it's
yeah,
just the town of Wappingers, and then there's Poughkeepsie.
right. Yep, they're like hand in hand.
Right.
What how different was it like from the Bronx to there for you? Like that's a cultural shock.
I was miserable. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hated it when I first, as a teenager, coming from the Bronx, going to the woods and no subways and no bodegas and none of that. No, I was not for it at all. I hated it. Any chance I got to get on that Metro North and go back down to the Bronx, I did it. So.
Well, you went from where like down there, you don't in the Bronx, you don't need a car. Like
No, you don't. But
cars actually
we even though we didn't need one, my mom stayed with a car now. So
right, but what I'm saying is like it's not a necessity because you have the cabs, you have obviously your Ubers and all that, the bus, the subway, trains. There's so much public transportation that like, and you can walk everywhere. Like you go down there. There's a corner store. There's 5 like in a row. Like
right, exactly.
And they're all getting their business too.
Coming from that, where I'm used to walking to stores, and where I lived out, I'm from the Commons. What we call the Commons, that's Stevenson Commons for people who don't know, in the Bronx, which is across the street from Stevenson High School. Some of the Terror Squad attended that high school as well. So, coming from that and then going to you in a wooded damn area with deers and all types of shit like that, like,
like I don't know if I want to do that. It's I'm afraid that you might be afraid a bear might eat you or something. Like
I was afraid of all of that. I'm not a nature person. You're not gonna catch me going camp. I didn't do none of that camping. None of that. That's not me.
No, not at all. So moving forward a little bit, what was your first experience that you can recall with hip hop music or music in general, but specifically hip hop?
My first, I'll answer both. My first experience with music, post dancing or whatever, was the Michael Jackson. My mother took me to a Michael Jackson concert.
Oh gosh, I'm jealous.
And I was like, I had to been like 6 or 7. I wasn't that old, or I think it was like, I know I was a kid because back then, and they don't have this anymore. I wish they still made these, but back then for kids and toddlers, they had that thing where they cuffed on your wrist, and then there was a not a string, but like a cord, and then attached to the parent. Right, and attached to the parent's arm. My mother had me on that going to the concert. And I remember it was me, her, and her girlfriend at the time. And it was just it was the Bad Tour. That's exactly what I went to see, the Bad Tour. And I was such a huge fan. My mom followed them for years. Like, I mean, concert. My mom has a whole photo album of Jackson pictures, like pictures that nobody could get unless you were
there
in the inner circle.
Yeah.
Well, in the inner circle, she like has pictures of the family and stuff like that. But yeah, that was my first musical experience. That Bad, and I loved it, every minute of it. I knew every word, every song. Hip hop wise, I would say when I went to the Apollo.
Okay.
My mom's boyfriend's family took me to see the Boys in concert. Now, that I'm really telling my age, the damn Boys. The Boys and another ABC, Another Bad Creation. And I remember because we was right there. We stood up. We were standing by the stage, and we pulled the oldest member from the Boys off the stage into the crowd. I remember all of that. Like,
oh wow,
yeah. So that was my first like hip hop and music brush, and ever since then I've been in love.
Oh man, yeah. We know what hip hop means to all of us.
Yes.
And something for the culture, that's like you cover a lot from what I've seen. I've just really started deep diving because we just became friends, really.
Yes.
So like I just really started divulging into a lot, and it's hip hop heavy. There is other things and topics in there, but it is hip hop heavy. But first, I don't know if you've ever watched the show. I know you've seen clips and things. So it's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Honest picks. I'm gonna give you two artists, and you just tell me which one you like more based on personal preference. There's no this or that. There's no rules. Just your personal preference of who you prefer.
Cool.
So the first one is Tupac or DMX.
Oh my God. What kind of sadist are you? Who asks that? Really? Oh my God. Like, that's so fucked up because, like,
off the bat.
Right. Like, because if anybody that knows me knows those, oh my God.
You really can't choose. You can say both. If you really can't choose.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and choose, but I'm going with my baby X because that's my first love. Like, yeah. In my mind, we went together. Like, and what's quick story, real quick.
Yeah.
The reason why I said that, he was actually supposed to come on something for the culture. And it's right when he got out of jail for the charge in Raleigh, pretending he was an official or whatever. And I never forget it. I was talking to him via social media, and I'm such a goofy ass. I was like, we go together, right? And he bust out laughing. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, we've been together since the 90s, like, for real.
How you seeing? What you mean?
Right.
What are you talking about?
But he was so tickled by it, and but yeah, my pick is X.
X, okay. Biggie or Jay-Z?
Who told you to ask these type of? Who told you to pick these people? I'm going with Biggie.
Okay. Yeah. Rakim or KRS-One?
Yeah, really? Wow.
She's like, yo, this ain't even right.
Right. I'll just listen. Oh my God. If I say the wrong thing, because my show is like umbrella under that. Rakim. Let me just say Rakim. I don't want no smoke.
All right. So I'm going to give you another one. Nas or Rakim?
What the fuck? Yo, oh my God, Rakim. I'm sorry, Rakim.
She's just like, what the fuck? What kind of questions are these?
And I met Nas like on my 21st birthday. My mom got me tickets because he came up to Poughkeepsie. He performed at Poughkeepsie.
Okay.
And I went, and then I went to the after party, and I met him at the after party that was up the block. Amazing dude, but oh my God, that question, like, really?
Oh, he's coming. He's my favorite all time. So I got a list of people I want to interview. He's coming on this show. One day I'm manifesting. Him, J. Cole are the top two that I have to tell him off air. I got to be a fanboy first before I go into professional. Listen, bro, I've been listening to you since the beginning. Like, I need my moment here.
I know that's right.
LL, hold on. LL Cool J or Big Daddy Kane?
Oh wow. I'm gonna go with LL on this one. Even though I love Big Daddy Kane, I'm gonna go with LL.
Okay. Ghostface Killer or Method Man?
Oh my God, this is so fucked up. Ghost, listen, I ain't tell him to pick this question. I will, shit, damn it, Ghost.
Oh my goodness. She's just like, yo, you ain't right. You ain't right. God. Black Thought or Andre 3000?
Andre. Even though I do fuck with Black Thought, but I fuck with Andre a little more.
Okay. Missy Elliott or Eve?
Oh man. I'm probably gonna say Missy on this one.
Okay. Lauryn Hill or MC Lyte?
Oh, wow, that's like fuck. I'm gonna say Lauryn. My love for Lauryn is deep. So Lauryn.
Okay. Kendrick Lamar or Ice Cube?
Oh my God, bruh.
She's just like, why? Why are you doing this?
Oh my God. Damn it. Oh my gosh, I fuck with both of them. I listen to them, both of them heavy. Oh my God, I'm gonna go with Ice Cube.
Busta Rhymes or Lil Wayne?
Oh, Busta. Y'all can keep Lil Wayne.
Common or Most Def?
That's it. Most Def.
T.I. or Ludacris?
Now that one, I know you threw that in there.
I did. I was just about
with T.I.
TIP. I was just having a conversation with a friend earlier how I feel like he's like so underrated, but yet one of the greatest ever. Like I've been listening since like I'm serious. Like some people don't even know that album exists. Like people start listening to him during Bring 'Em Out. I'm like, nah, bro. That's just the song that made you pay attention to him.
Right.
It was catchy. You had Jay-Z on the hook. But if you were a real T.I. fan, you was listening since I'm serious.
Right.
R. Kelly, this is musically. R. Kelly or Chris Brown?
Oh, come on now. Those both my boys, man. Like for real. Like I listen to them daily in the car. Like as painful as this answer is going to be, because I am a huge fan of both of their catalogs and music. I'm gonna go with Kells over him.
Okay. Neo. I'm just seeing who I'm going to match him up with here. Well, while I figure that out, I'm going to pivot real quick. Brandy or Monica?
Oh, I'm a Monica girl. Wait, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my answer. I am a Monica girl.
All right, now this one, I found someone to match Neo up with, but this one, it's music and pen. You have to include their pen with your answer.
Okay.
Neo or Babyface?
Oh, Babyface. Neo can't even hold a candle to the Babyface.
Jill Scott or Erykah Badu?
Damn, they're both them some damn freaks. Both of them nasty. So, Erykah, cause she'll have you like, yeah.
I give you that. Outkast or A Tribe Called Quest?
That's a good one. I'm probably gonna go with Outkast because they on that same wavelength with Erykah.
Mm-hmm. EPMD or De La Soul?
Oh shit! Damn. I was a De La Soul girl over there.
Okay. Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles?
I don't know why that tickled me.
Oh, it gets everyone. I had one guest call it the Battle of the Blinds.
Well, one of them ain't blind, but that's another story.
We know Stevie ain't blind. Even
playing. Wait. Oh, damn! No, that's a. Are we talking music wise than Stevie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whitney or Aretha?
Oh shit.
She said, "Oh shit."
Nippy, my girl. Nippy is my girl through and through. Okay.
And the last one's Michael Jackson or Prince.
Now y'all know better than this one.
Hey, listen.
This is the battle of the damn queens, right? Oh my god, that it's funny because everybody pairs them up, like. But I love both of their music. I'm a fan of both of them, but I was more of a Michael girl.
Oh, absolutely. Michael's the guy forever. Still, I listen to him every day. Still.
Yeah, me too.
Every day.
I still watch The Wiz. I ain't gonna hold you.
The Wiz is where it's at.
Okay, The Wiz, basically all his stuff I still watch.
Moonwalker.
Yep.
Joe Pesci.
All of that.
Joe Pesci being the scumbag, doing what he does best.
I still even watch it. I'll take it even further back. I still watch when he did the Halloween special. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So I hope you enjoyed that.
I did.
You seemed a little stressed.
It was very stressful.
I had one guy come on here, my boy Ahmad. His stage name is Hood Soul. I asked him Biggie or Tupac. I thought his head was gonna explode. He was just like,
"You want to say the wrong thing,"
or I had another one on here where like I used to do this on Instagram Live, and I forget who I matched up. But there was someone upset in the comments. So I said to the guest, I'm like, yeah, this person in the comments is upset. And then I said the name, and she goes, oh, that's my mama. I was wondering what she was screaming about in there.
You be like, it's crazy. Like, because some of these people I have worked with, so you be like, I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. So this will air, and they'll be like, so that's how you feel.
Right, like, no, that's not how I feel.
See what happens next time your name comes across my phone. You wanna you want to go on these podcasts and start talking reckless.
Right.
So I want to know from so now let's get into hold on, just opening it up here. Let's get into something from the culture.
Okay.
Something for the culture. Um how did it start? Because now we're in season 9. Um, and it's really important to have something for our culture, especially, so how did it start? Like what made you say I want to do a podcast? And then how did you come to that name?
Okay. Really, it kind of fell in my lap because my husband, him and his coworker at the time, his coworker asked my husband to do um a sports podcast for him.
Okay.
So they were actually the ones doing the whole podcast thing. I was more so behind the scenes helping them
Mm-hmm.
because I had a following already on social media from just me saying crazy stuff on social media, jokes and stuff like that. So
Right.
um, they were on a radio attached blog talk radio. I think they're based out of like Washington or something like that.
Okay.
So um, yeah, they were doing that, and I was more behind the scenes helping them, progress the podcast. So I came up with a concept like, hey, why don't we start a group on Facebook, sports group, and I'll invite my following, and we'll get some sports fans in there, and the people, build up rapport, and then you'll, put your radio in there, the podcast in there. Y'all can talk about stuff like that, and it builds up the podcast. So we did that. The group went amazing, amazing.
Okay.
I had people in there laughing because I mean that's what I do. I tell jokes. You know. So
Gotcha.
I was telling sports jokes and stuff of that nature. They had me on one episode I did with them, and the Blog Talk Radio were actually looking for uh urban, what they called, and they did use this word urban
Oh boy.
show because one of their shows, music shows, were no longer with them anymore. So they told me about it, and they was they thought I would be a great fit for that, being I know a lot of music things.
Right.
So I typed up a proposal, and it was actually between me and another show that's here in North Carolina. That's like they're 30 minutes from me.
Okay.
And we're friends. By the way, it's the Real Hip Hop Show. It was between me and his show, and they actually picked me. Like I said, I typed up a proposal. I came up with the name, the concept of the show, what I wanted the show to be about. At the time, it was just music based. It was not, what it is now, which is politics, social economics, and all of that. And at the time, we were just giving unsigned talent a chance to be heard.
Right.
So the first episode, I had L Smooth, who was a dope rapper from Oklahoma. He was unsigned at the time, and he was actually the first person that ever came on Something for the Culture. And
Nice.
we were supposed to go live on Blog Talk Radio, and they told us the wrong time slot, so we never wound up going live on their platform. But I didn't want to disappoint my guests, so I'm like, well, why don't we just do Facebook Live? At the time, I had a co-host, and it happened to my neighbor, and my good friend, and so I don't want to disappoint him, and I don't want to disappoint the people because I had built a really good following before the show even went live or aired. So we did the Facebook Live, and yeah, from that point on, I guess like maybe 2-3 days after the show aired live on Facebook, I get a letter from Blog Talk Radio talking about somehow they don't want to, I guess, work with me anymore, or I don't need them. It was the letter was so like excuse my language, bullshit. It was so bullshit that
Mm-hmm.
it angered me so bad that I went and publicly annihilated them and went
Mm.
the hell off because I'm like, what you? First of all, the letter was not even typed well. I don't know who typed it. I don't know if they got their children to type it. I don't know. Somebody in the back fucked up, and I publicly annihilated them. And I told them I was taking my name because I owned that. From the get, I LLC everything from the beginning.
Right.
So I owned that. Took my name, the concept, and then from that point on, we just was doing live.
Mm. Mm. So you were like at this point you knew you had to do what you had to do
Mm-hmm.
to in order to protect your brand and make it your own. And that's where it came in.
Right.
So through the seasons, you said like at first it was more for unsigned talent to
Mm-hmm.
kind of show what they had. How,
Mm-hmm.
through the seasons, when did it start? When did you started to notice a progression? Like I'm in season 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1 was probably like the length of like 2 seasons for me, maybe
Mm-hmm.
even 3, right? So I
Right.
knew in season 2 I had to do something different. And I
Right.
started to, but the guests that I wanted, the scheduling was messed up. So season 1, 2 still had the vibe a little bit of season 1, but
Right.
now going into season 3, I'm getting those guests.
Mm-hmm.
I had a person who wrote a book. Come on, to
Mm-hmm.
talk about her book. I had a person in insurance come on and talk about the importance of insurance.
Right.
This week is an artist, but then I have someone with a two non-for-profit people coming on. So, when did you know that you had to make a shift, or did it just organically happen? Like it just kind of started going that direction.
It kind of organically happened. Um, Probably around maybe the season 3, 4ish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I kind of started really kind of around season 3. Well, going into season 3, um, my good friend Vega Don, who is from Protect Your Neck Records. We were talking, and he was trying to get me on board with Protect Your Neck Records. With my show and trying to help and do this and that. And then he introduced me to this person. Um, he introduced me to Judah Priest and so on and so on. It just kind of like we built our own relationships and
Right.
with that, then that's where the umbrella I was talking about. I kind of mentioned earlier with the whole Wu Tang
Yeah.
umbrella came over my show because as you can see through the seasons, I've had heavy Wu Tang all through my show. And those are bros, like those are my big bros,
Mm.
like I just talked to Buddha like maybe a couple of days ago, like. We're both our birthdays is I'm the 6th. I think he's the 3rd or the 9th. One of the we're both Pisces, so I mean, that's a big bro.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
him, Dungeon, Judah, all of them. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, I kind of noticed it around then, and then like with I've had Cassidy on, um, and then my whole thing is I grew up on Teen Summit. That is my inspiration. That was one of my favorite shows growing up.
Right.
In New York, watching that. And it was just because you had so many celebrities come on and the hip hop culture and talk about real stuff that us black teens was dealing with and going through. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realize how much of an impact Ananda Lewis made in the culture back then. But she was an amazing staple in the hip hop culture back then. Like,
Absolutely.
so but yeah, that was the influence that's what influenced me, and that's when I started to see the change between 3 and 4 seasons for
Mm.
me.
So right here it says that you've interviewed Cassidy, Rampage, Terror Squad, Cuban Link, Bill Duke, and so out of all the people you've interviewed, do you have a favorite one or a favorite couple, like, or anyone out of all the seasons, out of all 8 seasons to this point? You have a couple favorite interviews or interviews where you felt like, damn, like that was good. Like when you feel it, right?
Yeah.
It's like that feeling. Like I've had episodes, I was like, damn, that was good. Like that's some good content.
Yeah. I have a couple. The one that my number one, which I kind of fanned out on, and that was the first time I was like starstruck, was actually Bill Duke. I am a huge Bill Duke fan. Like,
Great actor.
and we talked a little bit before the show, and we talked a little bit after the show. And for him to give me a compliment to me and say that, he was so impressed with me and how I interviewed him, the questions I asked of him, because he was like that. Some of the questions that I asked, no other interviewer has even asked him. Like I took it way back to his career, like back, and he was like even if you watch the interview, he's like, oh wow, like I didn't even remember I did that. I'm like, yeah.
But I found it, and I know it.
That's the top one. Yes, right. Man. He's the top one. He was just an amazing man. And when I interviewed him, that was right around the time his good friend Cicely Tyson had passed away. So, and I asked him about that. And, you can see you can see that, it really hurt him that his friend was gone.
She was amazing.
Yes. And let me tell you something. She was another one. She was next on my list. She was next on my list before. Like I was not playing. I was going to get Cicely, but yeah, him. Another favorite one, Frejo Starr. Frejo Starr and a lot of people know him from Q, Moesha, but how I met Frejo Starr was back in Onyx.
Hip hop fans know he was part of Onyx.
Right, he was Onyx. We was slamming back then, okay? So when I interviewed him, like he is fucking hilarious. Like that dude is funny. Like he's a clown. Like, and I threw him off, and I could tell. And I think he did say it in the interview, if memory serves him right. When because I was like, "Did you smash Moesha? Like, did you smash her? Like, come on, bro. I know you smashed her. Like
I need to know what 411 is.
And the reason why I asked him that, because he said this in an interview back in the day. Like he had said this before that he smashed. So I wanted to hear from his lips. Like, did you smash her? And it was crazy. And because his connection, he was in the car. We did 2 parts of that interview, and he was in the car. And when I asked him, it kind of cut out. So when he came back, he made a joke about it. He was like, "Yeah, you see," he was like, "See, you threw me off with that. That's why the connection went out." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, all right.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, he was cool. Cassidy was cool.
Okay.
A lot of people give Cassidy a bad rep because they try to say that he has, he's a nasty attitude. Or I did not get that from him at all. He was actually cool as fuck. Very cool. I was I was actually taken back because I thought I was gonna get how some artists are, but I didn't get that from him at all. He was so laid back. We had a ball, an amazing time, and he was so honest. Like, I mean, he really kept it all the way above.
Okay.
My other top one probably would be. I'll give you 2 more because it's a mix up between them. And a lot of people don't know I even interviewed him, but Speech from Arrested Development.
Okay.
When I say that interview, he was dropping jewels. Like we was talking, like
like he was about that.
Yeah, him and Dress from Black Sheep, both gave that energy. Both.
And energy is important, which is why, like, for substance, like I first seen you because you had Veg on your show.
Oh yeah, shout out
And
to Veg.
big Veg. Listen, he told me that I was doing a great job, and I was like, no one could tell me nothing now. Nothing. Like,
You know what's crazy though? It's funny you made that comment because for like I this is 9 years I've been doing this now, going into season 9, and like for a long time, like I always used to second guess myself on my show, like, but like now, like I don't know if it was maybe season 7 or maybe even season 8, like
mm-hmm.
you can't tell me shit, like you can't, like you can't,
Exactly.
like I feel like when you get to that point where you feel like you've done the impossible, like
Mm-hmm.
nothing can stop you. It actually puts a battery in your back.
Absolutely. Because you get to a point where, like now, I'm getting to the point where like people want to come on and have the
Hmm.
conversation. But like the thing is, I got so much time, and it's just there's so many people. Like it's just difficult to get to everyone. I'm like,
Oh,
listen,
I know all about
I know,
it.
I'm like, listen, you can come on, but like you're gonna have to wait. like,
Yeah.
I'll get you on, but it's gonna take some time, you
Yep, it
know,
does.
and then I plan out, you try to plan out accordingly,
Yep.
and then like I said, I batch record my in-person episodes.
Hmm.
So, like that's a process in itself. And
Yeah, it
then,
is.
for guests that are far or who really want
Hmm.
to come on and just we don't have the time to get in person, this is where we are, you
Yep.
know.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, it's
No-
not.
because COVID made this okay. This is why there's so many
Oh,
podcasts now.
yeah. Around COVID time, and I think that's right around about maybe season 4, where I was at. That's where it kind of really, really shifted something for the culture because we had a live DJ battle. Like we was on it.
She's like, we was doing it.
Right, we was outside, but we weren't outside. If that makes sense.
Exactly. So tell me maybe 5 people that you would like to interview.
um, I would love to. Well, one was Cecily Tyson, but that's non-existent anymore. I would probably have to say, you know what? I'm gonna say this person because this just happened to me yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. Um, Ray J. I got
Okay.
a message. I got a message from Ray J. And we talked quite a bit on while I was on my way to work. And
Okay.
now this is early morning because I go to work at 6 a.m. So I had to be there at
Oh.
6 a.m. So this was early morning. So and he congratulated me on just making content, and I would like to interview him for the simple fact, one, that's Brandy's brother. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what he got going on now or whatever the case may be, Ray J has been a huge part of the culture.
Absolutely. And let's not forget he was Dorian on Moesha too.
Yeah, he
You
was
know?
Dorian. He was like Ray J has been in a lot. He's another one that's underestimated. Ray J has been in a lot of stuff,
Exactly. Like
and a lot of people
people
don't
be
realize that him and Brandy are actually Snoop's cousin.
Yep. Yep.
So, but he's
Exactly.
one.
And we ain't gotta act like we wasn't all up there watching him sing One Wish in the Rain and singing
Okay,
along with him. If I had
okay.
one wish. Come on now.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this, I was heavily playing. Wait a minute, that is my to this day I
Wait a
still play it.
minute.
Wait a minute, and I hit it first because
Uh-huh.
I mean he did.
Shit. You ain't lying.
Right. So, him. Who else? Huh. I would actually like to sit down with Michelle Obama. I
Okay.
really would like to pick her brain, just as a black woman, and dealing with, because she deals with a lot of backlash with the whole she's a man thing, and this is just because she's a strong black woman, and like
strong. She's got strong facial features and things like that.
there's a lot of white women with strong facial features. There's a lot of Puerto Rican women with strong facial. That doesn't mean that they're not women.
Exactly.
She's had 2 kids. Like
yeah, like they're definitely
right.
hers.
Right.
like, come on, people.
Right. And for the simple fact they haven't been in type of scandal while they was in just period.
Yeah.
Denzel, definitely want to interview Denzel.
He's on my list.
Definitely. Who else? I don't know. I have so many. Like it's such a list. I would definitely like to do Janet. Definitely like to do Janet.
That's a good
one. And I know people probably like, oh, these names that's crazy. She's talking about crazy stuff. Let me just say this, y'all. Nothing is not crazy. Everything is achievable if you put it out there and put in work for it. Don't never say that you can't reach no goal, because that's not true.
No, there's nothing crazy about that. Like, I look at my list. Nas is on there. J. Cole is on there. 50 Cent is on there. Denzel Washington. Justina Valentine is on there. Because I just love her. I don't know why. I just love her. Like, Wildin' Out. She's the only reason I'd watch, because for a while it was corny, But
I actually spoke with me and Pretty V. Actually, when we spoke through via email a couple of seasons back, but it didn't. It didn't work out.
It happens.
Yeah, it did not.
But yeah, no, none of that sounds crazy. You've already done the work. You've already have interviewed people, that are who would be deemed crazy, right? I mean, you already have an impressive list of people that you've interviewed. So there's no.
It's crazy. Not to cut you off, but it's crazy is that's not even half of the people that with who you name. That's not even half of the people that I have interviewed. Nowhere near it.
See, there's other ones, and there's just, we just have to like, I believe my word for this year is manifestation. I believe that if I say it, I can. If I believe it, I can achieve it. There we go.
That's true.
I believe that anyone who I want to interview, it's going to happen. I'm going to make sure that it happens. Like Will Smith is on that list. Like,
I've had enough of Will.
Listen, personally, like I don't, like personal stuff, and everything that's happened. I don't care for all that.
Why I had enough of Will? Because the whole red table, Jada, all of that turned me off. All of it turned me off because, and I used to really like Will, but that simping stuff over her, it was just too much. Like, you let that woman drag you for filth publicly.
Yeah. So. And then the smack, heard around the world over her again. But we know we seen it. We all seen it, and we all know why it happened. But for me, it's all about talking to the guy who, when I was 9 years old, watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's the guy that I remember. My parents wouldn't let me watch Bad Boys.
Really?
Well, I was a kid. So as I grew up, obviously I did. So it's more or less about that than all the other things that come with it. Jada, his kids and the slap, like that. To me, That's not relevant. I just would like to interview Will Smith as a fan of Will Smith.
Right, of his body of work.
Yeah, like people shit on his music, but let's be honest. We all listen. It's summertime. We all bumping summertime. We all bumping Men in Black, and we all bumping Getting Jiggy with it.
You at somebody's cookout and they playing summertime. Like that's gonna be played.
Absolutely. So, if you had to say that you had one big goal, right, that you want to accomplish for your podcast or just in general, what would that one big goal be?
That one big goal, and it's really just the goal period for my podcast now, is for the masses to be able to take away something as far as dealing with being more unified with our community. My platform is based on, our people being more unified, being able to be one, just one with each other, with our kids, our spouses, our friends, our family, business, mentally. So yeah, if you can take something away from, and it doesn't have to be one particular episode. It could be any, it could be more than one episode, or
absolutely
anything, or maybe something we said on there that resonated with you, and like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I seen this on something for the culture, and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to do it this way, or I'm gonna try to maybe go and read this book, or so yeah.
And when your audience watches something for the culture, what is it that you hope that they take away? Like for me, like when I have people watch my show, I hope they just take away good conversation and take away just information of what that guest had, whether it's entertainment, whether it's a story, just something they can attach to, right?
Right.
What's something that you want people to take away from your podcast?
Well, I'll give an example. I did an episode where I had Kalima Overton, who wrote a book about a relationship or marriage she was in, dealing with a narcissist and how she got out of it. And in that episode, I brought on a past guest from the same season, that was on an episode earlier in the season, Dr. Berry, who's a psychologist. She has a book out as well, Bold, Black, and Becoming. And that's a mental health book. Okay. So I had her come on and do the episode, us three black women. And everything that Kalima was talking about with the narcissist and what she was dealing with, and the red flags, and how you could see if you're dealing with a narcissist, whether it's a man or a friend or a family member. She gave all those red flags, and then what Dr. Berry did was basically added on to each sign mentally. Like, okay, this person is dealing with this. And that particular episode, I can remember, and this girl has been watching my show for 9 years now.
Wow.
She said that she loved that episode. She took away so much from that, and it actually made her go and get the book.
Wow. So that's great. I mean, when you can have someone to have that connection and really just have an understanding, and it helps them, that's beautiful. Making a difference within your peers or your community, however you think of it, or however you want to put it, right?
Right.
Like that's beautiful, because some people just they don't take anything away from these shows.
That's true.
Or they just listen, it's important for people to take away, to take something. Like, to me, I don't like watching or listening to anything without any substance. Right. And, like, of course, we watch fake shows on TV and things like that. But even still, you got to find something to connect to. When I listen, or even if I listen to a podcast, like I need something to connect to, something that grasps me, that gets my attention, that makes me think things through. And most people don't. They just be like, "Oh, it's just there." I mean, we got to do better. Not
right. Case in point, like what's that? The Love and Hip Hop franchise. Right. I had who's a good friend, Mama Kim, on, and if you watch the franchise, it's nothing but drama and cattiness and all of it. But I wanted her to come on because Mama Kim has it. A lot of people don't know she DJs. Like, she's a DJ. She does gigs and she does a lot for the community. And I wanted them to see that side of her, and the grandmother side of her being Little Mendici's grandmother. I mean, because her love for Little Mendici, because that that storyline was real. That is her grandson. Samantha is really her daughter. And her love for her grandson and their connection and her daughter is real. That's a real thing. And it showed another side of her.
And it's important for people to see different sides.
Right.
But people also have to understand that these people are humans. They bleed like you and I, like how can I put it? Certain people just are so infatuated with, people who've made it and were famous. Like my daughters always say, "What do you want from your podcast?" I said, "I just want to either be able to do my podcast or be on radio, maybe even both, and work and enjoy what I'm doing." And I just want 6 figures. I don't need to have millions of dollars. I don't get it twisted. Someone offers it, we gonna talk about it. But if I can one day make 6 figures, even if it's $150,000 a year, doing this.
And people don't think that this is the thing with podcasting, because everybody's doing it now, but people think that it's just something so easy to do, and it's not. There's a lot of time that goes into this. There is a lot of planning. There is a lot of networking. And then on top of that, you have to have it. Mm-hmm. You have to have that certain je ne sais quoi to do this. Like, I was not one for public speaking when I first started something for the culture. I used to hate public speaking.
Absolutely.
And this actually, doing this, I have no problem with it. None now. Not only that, there's amazing opportunities that have been open to me over the 9 years that I have taken part in. Even just doing my podcast. Like, I just did a promotion, like a campaign for the former mayor of New Bern, New York, Mayor Rainey.
Yeah.
And he's been on my show about two or three times. We're really locked in like that. Like, we're, and he asked me to do a campaign for him. He's trying to promote, because there was a law in New York about parenting, and he asked me to do a video campaign, and I did.
Okay.
No questions asked. And I did that. So there's been countless things that I have been offered and put in my lap. Like, when I had Davy Sharks on, the celebrity's favorite person.
Right.
He's very tight with Dapper Dan, very tight. And he actually had came and told me that, whenever you come back home to visit, me, you, and Dapper Dan, we can have lunch at his house or whatever. I mean, who doesn't want to sit down with Dapper Dan?
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
seriously.
He's an icon.
Like, seriously. Like, come on. Like, it's being offered, like, we're doing it.
Okay, right.
So, before we break out of here, the last things I do is, first and foremost, what are your handles? Tell everyone where they can find you on social media and where they can find your show.
Okay. Well, I'm something for the culture. So that's SUMTHIN, the number 4DA culture podcast on YouTube. That's where you can find me at. You can also find me at Something for the Culture on Facebook. We do have a media page. I'm also on TikTok as Something for the Culture. And we're gearing up for season 9, which would be airing July 14th. The first episode is going to be amazing. We're actually speaking. We're going back to Texas because in a seasons ago we were in talking to a wrongfully convicted person from Texas that made major media, and I think he did about maybe 18 or 20 years. And now we're going back to Texas again for another wrongfully convicted guy. He did 10 years. And he did not commit the crime. And they gave him, how they do, they gave a lump sum of money and think everything is okay. No. So that will be the first episode. And he went on to not only be successful, but he is owning his own record company. So we're going to dive into all of that. Season 9 opener. We have some amazing things coming up. We have an episode with As Yet. I don't know if y'all remember that group, but As Yet.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, group As Yet, R&B group. One of the members is coming on. But we have amazing things coming up. Y'all can also catch me on from time to time due to Knowledge Radio. That's also on Facebook and YouTube. I do a lot of co-hosting over there. You can also catch me on Killer Priest's podcast.
Okay.
I'm also over there co-hosting from time to time or guest speaking over there. So, yeah, I'm around.
Okay. So the last two things. First is tell everyone something they don't know about you. Don't have to be non-crazy.
Something they don't know about me. Well, I kind of said it earlier. A lot of people don't know I used to dance professionally. I mean, I dance well, very well, ballet and tap. Like I was all the way up to point.
Oh wow.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, I end each episode with a positive ending message. It's something that's positive and uplifting from you to the audience. The floor is yours.
Okay. What I would say to our people is, right now we're in the middle of a presidential era that is not for us. And, as much as we hate who we have in office right now, do not let this discourage you from seeing the bigger picture for us, for our community, what we need to do. We still need to be unified. We still need to make sure that our little kings and our little, queens are out of these streets because the streets don't love you. The streets is not for us. They're not like they used to be, and they're taking our children. They're taking our men, and they're putting them in the graves. So my message to our people is let's stand strong. Let's stand together.
Can't say it any better than that. Well, it was an honor, my sister, for you to come on here, and we got it done. We're both tired. You got work tomorrow.
Yes.
I gotta get up.
We gotta have you on the culture.
You listen when you're ready. Let me know. Let me know.
Yes.
We'll definitely plan it out, and I'll be more than honored to come on and chop it up with you on your platform.
Yes. We definitely have to get you in there somewhere in season 9. So
okay, you let me know, and then we'll make it happen.
Yes. Before I go, I just want to give a shout out. Let me shout out to Knowledge Born Allah, do the Knowledge Radio. That's my mentor. That's who's mentored me for years. He was actually my co-host for season 8. So
okay,
shout out to him. Shout out to my kids. Major shout out to my son, Sean, who is getting ready to turn 11 next Friday. So shout out to him, Independence Day
Okay.
baby. Shout out to you, Mike, for having me on. And
Of course.
also, let me just give this right here. This is my video drop for Mike and his show. Listen, I'm Jazzy J, something for the culture. If y'all not tapping in with Mike Williams on Honest Hour, I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all need to come over here, let him stress you out, because that's what he did. Let him stress you out with his game. All right, and be honest, because I mean, you're not gonna have no choice. He's gonna give you a fucked up question. But yeah, y'all tap in with Honest Hour.
I appreciate that more than you know. I'll make sure to clip that section. Well, thank you so much. We'll be talking. Thank you for your support. Thank you for taking time to come and have a conversation with me. And I want to thank everyone for watching this episode. We are in season. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You were breaking out.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this show. This is season 3 of Honest Hour. We're in full swing. We're having everyone from different facets of life, different parts of the world come on and have a conversation. So, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going strong. We're going to get better with each day. And like I always say, be better than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Drink that water.